Hey, welcome to Box Office Breakdown, where we break down the weekend box office. And pets have claimed their territory, Ghostbusters have kind of been scared away, and Tarzan came in swinging. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey guys, welcome to Box Office Breakdown, and I mean the weekly box office. Sorry, I said weekend. I'm your host tonight. Frank is out. He will be back next week. And my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's Karidlane. And I'm joined by my awesome co-hosts.
I'm DJ Richie Skye. You can stalk me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye.
Hi, I'm Quinn Scillian. You can find me on Twitter at Quinn Scillian.
Awesome. So guys, we are going to be talking about the box office, looking at what succeeded this weekend, what held in the top 5 spot, make some predictions about next weekend. So let's get started with this. So number 1 at the box office breakdown, are we at all surprised or?
No surprise there.
Secret Life of Pets took number 1 spot at 50 million. 50? Yes.
50.
Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad.
50.5.
50.5. Though that is down 51% from last week. It came out last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this
So
week
that's
was
still
too.
pretty good for holding on number 1
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
You know, that's not shy.
I did see it.
Yes, and what did you think
I'm
of it?
so embarrassed that I saw this and not Ghostbusters, but I actually thought it was pretty cute. I know that it was his Imaginations. Is that who does this is the Imagination Studios who does Secret Life of Pets or whatever?
I think so.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
The
DreamWorks or something.
comments will tell us.
Yes.
And I don't really watch like the Minions and stuff like that, so I never was really into those movies. But I took the girls I nanny to go see this and had a blast.
Did the kids like it?
Oh yeah, definitely. But also they're like so easy to please. Like little kids just like seeing new stuff. You know what I mean?
What did you like about it? Like, what was the thing that got you so excited about it?
I just thought it was just like cute. It was really tongue in cheek. There was there was one part specifically that was like this old raggedy dog that was on like the wheels. Like it was like it needed like the wheels on its back, and it was really old. But this old dog on wheels like took all of the rest of the gang like on this crazy little like adventure around the city for like a little bit. It was like kind of this great montage of him like showing them secret ways to get around, and it was really, really, really well done. Although I gotta say, both with Secret Life of Pets and Dory, like a little bit too much human interaction in the movies for me. Remember, like,
the critters dealt with humans too much?
Yeah, 'cause,
okay.
like in Toy Story, the cool thing about Toy Story is that like the humans don't know any of this is happening, so like it could be happening. When you're a little kid, you're like,
it's too much.
It's too much human interaction, and like the humans are like, oh my god, the fish are driving the ambulance, and like, or whatever it was, like all this stuff going on, and you want it to be like a little bit more like believable,
plausible,
plausible, like even though it's not, you know what I
Maybe.
mean? But yeah, I just feel like I'm like get away from the humans, like let's just have this just be the secret life of these animals.
Sorry, I saw somebody already talking about SDCC. Who's
Illumination
ready?
Entertainment. Yeah, that's what I meant. I knew I was gonna get it wrong.
And then we'll go into number 2. Ghostbusters came in at number 2, which is pretty good. Of like when we were talking about that one, and we were all a little bit like we didn't think it'd be number 1, but it was one of those that's slightly unpredictable since the general feedback of people online seems to be hit and miss.
But you know what though, we kind of predicted around this amount though.
Yeah,
like I
46?
feel like everybody was kind of in the 40 realm.
You said 45?
I think I said 45.
You were close.
You went high.
I think someone on Twitter, but maybe not. Someone on Twitter is like 45, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look.
Leslie Jones, I saw on Twitter, was like clapping back at some people. Like she was like having so much hate, and she was like not having it. Like she was blocking people, and then like I saw her tweet something like, I'm not even gonna block you guys. Like I want everyone to see how much hate I'm getting right now. Like it was like pretty intense.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at 46 million, that's not a bad opening weekend for that one. And
that's not.
Again, it was one of those slightly unpredictable of like, you have the classic films, and then it's a remake, and then the argument, it's all women, so is that like feminist, or is it, just a sign of the times, or wait, they didn't make this character the scientist. There was all kinds of interesting dialogue.
I have decided that I'm gonna go see it.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna see it.
What do you guys think of the billboards? Like the single character and like with their gun and trying to look serious, but it almost looks
I
weird.
actually like it because all these
Yeah.
women are so specific in their own right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody kind of like we really really get Melissa McCarthy. We so know her kind of shtick. We so
Yeah.
get it. I would say really the same for Kate McKinnon too.
I think it works in the sense that it's kind of on par with the rest of the superhero movies, where they're all doing those individual sort of posters. Except in this case, we know the actor playing the role more so than the character in the movie.
Yeah,
you know
good
what I
point.
mean?
Yeah,
so
100%.
that's to me is the selling point for those types of.
That's what I'm
ads.
Because they're all
Like, we're like,
comedic people
Yeah.
that have already a pretty big following.
And then it's
that-
kind of almost a play on those superhero, sorts of movies as well. So I think kudos to them for that.
Yeah. Coming in number 3, we have Tarzan still hanging in there. Haha, that was a pun without even trying. Yes, do it.
You did it!
I was trying to
Are you sure you haven't hosted this show before?
You know, Frank does
Damn.
amazing. Thanks to Frank of like setting the bar of awesome openings. So I was like, I'm gonna try to do one, and then I just kind of.
You know
but
what?
It was enough.
I thought it was cute.
Thank you.
You went in
I
there
tried. I
and you
tried.
changed your hair color a bit.
I
So
did,
listen,
you know.
it's
What's
brand new
up, guys?
tonight.
I was gonna say I don't know how well you can tell in our lighting here.
It's
but
blue.
It's like it's a teal.
We also have to be really respectful of our colorblind viewers.
Yeah. Well,
So.
And that would be me.
it's.
Are you
Are
really?
you?
I am colorblind, yes.
Have you seen the glasses, the things?
No.
I saw this video online that are like the glasses that like do something to the color to make colorblind people see color.
I have
I'm
seen
gonna have to
videos where
see
people
that.
put them on and their reactions in a way.
Yeah, right.
I've
That's
seen
what I'm
that.
talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they're like, oh my god, that's
I
green.
will
That's really green.
investigate.
Interesting.
Maybe it's not real. Oh no, have I been duped?
Sorry, guys, we're all looking over the chat. Since only coming out, it might have had some staying power. Mike and Dave is on its way out. Okay.
I am not
well,
waiting for the $3
we're gonna
screening.
get to that one.
Media shock.
Film was good, not Christmas win because it wasn't good of a film. Okay. Enjoy Ghostbusters. It doesn't deserve the hate. No interest in all. No film deserves the hate Ghostbusters got. Yeah. Okay. Good point, guys. This is
Why do
the
we
chat
think it
room.
got
People
so
were
much
hating
hate?
it before it even came out. It was
Well, the
crazy.
problem
I feel like we
is-
have our reasons for
There's a
questioning the decision about putting one out right now, but
Yeah.
to get that amount of hate, I really don't understand.
Well, here's the question: is
Wait, that's
if
Ghostbusters.
something is if it's remaking a movie, would it have been
Right.
better if it wasn't necessarily a remake of it, but rather the same universe, but in a different, like later in time? I mean, I haven't seen
do
it, so I
feel like
can't say that.
That would have
but
been better.
I think the problem is, they're taking a franchise that people already know and love, that nostalgia, and they're like, guess what? We're going to do it over, which they've been doing so much lately in Hollywood. And it's just
Yeah.
frustrating because you're like, the first thing was so good. Why are you effing it up with
Yeah.
a remake?
But
Yeah.
can I just say really quick, like, I think I saw Ghostbusters like once when I was really young. I don't really have the nostalgia for it that a lot of people have. Like, I like Dan Aykroyd and like, John Belushi.
So you're not the
much
one
as
giving it
anybody.
hate, though, then.
But people are saying I don't like reboots, but nobody cared about like
Yeah.
the RoboCop reboot. Like, people do like reboots.
Yeah.
And I just think that like it was like really preemptive, and that's why I think people were getting so pissed because it's like you're not even gonna try to like it. Of course, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
They're already like, nope, not going.
Yeah.
Just stop. And it's like,
Yeah.
not even giving it a try. So, well, we'll see how it does
Interesting.
by next weekend.
So interesting to me.
FYI, John Belushi is not in Ghostbusters.
Oh, he's not? I was thinking of Blues Brothers.
She's like, wrong one. Okay. Okay, the Fall Out Boy song was unnecessary. I did hear some hating on the song.
The Fall Out Boy song. What's that about?
I don't know, but any song you put Missy Elliott on, I'm here for it. Even though it's kind of all over the place. But
Is it on the radio right now?
no, I haven't heard it anywhere, but like on iTunes. I just went on iTunes because I wanted to know what the soundtrack was like because I'm that kind of guy.
Sure.
And it was kind of weird. They had several versions of the Ghostbusters theme song.
did hear some people weren't
remade,
liking that
which is
one.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it was odd.
'Cause it's like if they're gonna do it, I guess it has to pay homage, but it also has to be different
Well,
enough.
It's like doing a cover
to
of a
make
song.
sense.
It has to be exactly the same. Like when you do a cover, it has to be exactly the same, or it has to be different enough. Because when it's just slightly different, then you're just thinking, "Ooh, it's not the original."
Yeah.
You know,
I
so it has
totally
to be
agree.
like when, you just be like if it's
Like
a.
Alien Ant Farm doing Smooth Criminal.
You know, you are psychic.
like
I
Alien
was
Ant
thinking
Farm.
that. I was totally
Doing
thinking
Smooth
that,
Criminal.
and I'm like, I didn't know the names. I didn't want to say it.
I love that
Back,
song.
Kari
yeah.
Lane.
Thank you.
Honestly, props to you right now because you're kind of coming in like MVP style.
Yes.
So thanks.
I gotta take up for Frank since he's.
Thank you. You know, it's our fourth. You're our invisible fourth member. Yes.
It's like God.
Back to Tarzan. Came in at 11 million, a little over 11 million, down 43%, which that's actually not too bad.
That's really not bad for its third week. Jeez.
It's still hanging in there.
Yep. Number 3 spot, and you know, people, it's a story, everybody knows it, but it's a new, but see, this is a reimagining of it. It's a different, you know, look to it, a different style. So really, that could be a draw.
Not really getting that much hate, so.
It's a lot of Skarsgård shirtless.
I'm saying, it's the CrossFit abs that's gonna do it. Honestly, I would see it. I might rent that one on iTunes. I wouldn't go see it in theaters, but I kind of want to see it, like, you know, like a little glass of wine, hang out.
Now that one I might see at the $3
Alexander
theater.
Skarsgård.
That one I do. I want to see it. I just haven't had any time. It's like.
It's like you can't fit them all in, and you want to, as bad as like as much as we talk about them, you kind of want to see every last one of them.
And then all of a sudden you're living your life, and you're just like, oh wait, I don't have time.
Well, in the drama end, it also has Christoph Waltz, who I really like him as an actor. So I mean, we got our Skarsgård of like gorgeous body and everything, and then we have like dramatic actors, and so like.
And we have Margot Robbie for like the male, you know, like the hetero male gaze, or ladies, sexual female gaze.
Could be that too.
And then we're all inclusive here. Actually, I like looking at Margot Robbie too. She's beautiful.
Hey, we can all appreciate the human body and. You know,
well, you'll get a lot more of her in the next coming weeks.
I know. I'm excited. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. And then Dory keeps on swimming and holding the 4th spot, and down 47%, down to just a hair over 11 million as well. But so Tarzan and Dory were pretty close, actually, all things considered.
Yeah.
Look at that total.
They're still
total
in the
gross
11
for Dory.
Yeah.
Although looking at the total gross for Secret Life of Pets, it's gonna give it a run for its money.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see which one, you know, kind of does better when all is said and done, when the dust has settled.
So is Dory still hanging in there too, because it's like the family film, but then there's Secret Life of Pets, so it's the word of mouth. Is that why a reason it's probably still there? Because you'd think everybody already probably saw it by now.
I don't know. I feel like it's just, like I said, it's going to keep having these legs that just keep walking and swimming and walking and swimming.
I'm wondering if we're having that kind of thing where like the parents go see one movie and they let the kids go see another movie. Do you think that's a thing that people do?
Could be.
You know what, though? I
or
don't think
repeat
that,
visits with families.
I don't think that when people take their kids to movies, like, I feel like they they don't take them all at the same time. Does that make sense? It's kind of like how, like, you were saying that you were taking some kids, but you didn't take them the first week it came out, right?
Yeah. No, I did actually see it.
You did.
I did see it the first week it came out, yeah.
I just feel like I don't know if families do that. You know what I'm
week.
saying? I don't know that families will take their kids to like the opening
Yeah,
weekend.
because like
I feel like they'll kind of wait a
They'll
while.
be like,
you
let's
know what
not
I mean?
go.
or go
It's
see
too
like a
crowded.
matinee or something.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
that's why I feel like movies like that will just keep, you know, hanging in there.
It's not like,
you know,
the Batman movies are like, remember the Harry Potters when you'd go at midnight to go see the show?
There's certain movies that, you want to go at midnight, opening weekend, but then there's other ones that you're kind of like,
to a midnight showing.
Let's wait a little while, let's let the crowds thin out, you know, it's just like, Someone's been watching Honest Trailers. Have we? Do we make a reference to the Honest Trailers? Those are very funny.
Honest Trailers?
It's where they dub over a trailer and give
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are funny.
Yes. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure what they reference, but and then holding on at numbers 5 in the top 5 is Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
Not great for a second weekend.
And down 54%, almost 55%, and only at 7.5, so 7,500,000.
And that total gross is not.
Does this mean that Zac Efron is losing his star power?
Or maybe just because Ghostbusters came out?
Or he's Baywatch is the other one that I feel that one they've been promoting like subtly for a long time because they had those Instagram photos of him.
He looks jacked. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
almost too much for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like when Zac Efron looks big standing next to The Rock, like that's a problem.
There is kind of a point where you're just like
too much. Too much.
If I could take a utensil and it'd break if you poked them.
Yeah.
Like, snap.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird after
like
a
a
while.
hug would hurt.
Yeah, you're like, there's not gonna be a gentle hug.
I don't think I like this.
You don't want to be swept up in his arms. Yeah. Thank
Many
you.
kids at the last midnight showing I went to. Hey, what was it, Ryan?
Yeah, what was the movie? We're looking over the chat. Many kids went to the last midnight showing. What movie was it? And thank you for explaining that the Honest Trailers was in the chat. All right, and now thank you. That makes more sense now.
What are we
talking about? All right, going on to international numbers. Fox's Ice Age Collision. Sorry, I can't talk here. Collision Course leads the international studio weekend with $53.5 million, and the fifth film in the animated franchise took the total market to 51 this season and brought the overseas that's very cute, brought the overseas nut to 127 million. Man, that little squirrel guy in the nut is so funny. I don't know why.
Seen Ice Age?
Yeah.
I've never seen an Ice Age movie.
You haven't seen any of them?
No.
I
thought this was gonna be something.
Sid the Sloth. Yeah.
It's like Madagascar to me. It's just like,
I saw that one too.
Because like
good.
I saw the first Madagascar or something, but it's just like one of those things where it's like they're kid movies that kind of fly under your radar, and then all of a sudden you're like, there's been 5 of these? What the hell?
Pretty
it is
much.
surprising that there's some that are just so many. Ice Age, I'd say the first 2. I think I saw the first 2 or 3, and those are really good. And then you just kind of were like, all right, I've seen them, and they
Like,
just
are we
felt
still doing
repetitive.
this?
Yeah.
But
yeah, that happens with a lot of kid movies. Dude, do you know how many like Land Before Time movies there are? There's like 13 of them.
Yeah, but those were so cheaply made.
But
it was
still,
just like,
still, kid movies, it's different ways to churn them out, and they make money.
no, it's true. And I'm telling you, kids just like want to see like a new thing. Like they don't really. They're just not. They're just not that discerning, really.
Yes, thank you. Our Sage has gone on too long, and then also Shrek. Yeah, Shrek.
I love Shrek.
But see, Shrek ended well in terms of they had their like main big one that was cool.
Yeah.
Sequel was good, and then they had third, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Third.
that one was cool too. And then you're like,
Wrapped
and
it
you
on
just
up.
stop.
Wrapped
It's
it
like,
on up.
you know. All right.
We've been really back and forth in terms of like sequels. I feel like we always kind of come back to this idea of being like,
Well, you need to stop while you're ahead, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop while it's good
Yeah.
until like
Leave 'em
dragging
Always
it
leave,
out.
exactly.
Yes.
Always leave people wanting more.
Because otherwise, people are like, "There's
We've
more."
had too much.
Yeah, you
We've
just don't care.
overeaten.
Yeah.
I'm stuffed.
Zip slot. Yeah, Ice Age 3. I just like Sid the Sloth because it's John Leguizamo, and I thought he was super funny. All right, now we got Sony's Ghostbusters, back to international numbers. Sony's Ghostbusters, the weekend's only major studio release, kicked off in a relatively small slime print internationally. Very cute. Hitting just 3 key markets and a handful of other plays. It called up for $19.1 million on 3,900 screens, including $1 million on 105 IMAX screens. And the remake oozed into the UK at number 1 with $6.1 million opening on 900 screens, giving director Paul, is it Feig?
I was gonna say Feig.
Feig. His best start over there. So congrats to him. That's good. Australia was also number 1 debut with $3.7 million on 493 screens.
I was gonna say, is 493 screens a lot? Like, are we talking about did we have a wide release over there, or was it pretty small, select theaters kind of situation?
What's
'Cause
interesting-
that's really small. I mean, that's really curious.
Well, it's interesting because, like, have you seen the images where they take a map of the United States and put other countries in it just to show you how big the U.S.
Oh,
is?
yeah.
So, in being all relative, yeah, it might be a lot per
could
how
be a lot of
much
screens.
the population is.
I'm just wondering why 19.1 on only 3,900 screens. I'm just wondering, like, I don't think it doesn't seem like it got like a wide release.
Yeah. Well, and then the question is, this was interesting because we've talked a lot about the China box office and stuff. So this is the UK and Australia box office, which is interesting to hear about those as well.
Yeah.
I wonder what
When
films
we look at the China
they
numbers,
like.
the China numbers are so big because it's like a
But that's also
freaking
more
massive
people.
country.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
big
like,
country, yes.
obviously there's going to be like way more, we're going to see huge numbers where that's concerned. So I'm just
Yeah.
looking at this being like, this seems kind of tiny.
Yep. Then we got Dory in there on her 5th weekend in overseas waters. The Blue Tang and Pals.
I'm sorry, what the heck?
Blue Gang and Pals. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, that seems a little...
Splashed up a little bit further at 36.5 to take it.
That's like a bad word.
I'm thinking this was I'm not gonna
It's
say
a-
that on the
okay.
front. Yeah, to take
We had a
international
misprint,
numbers.
that's all.
To 276.2 million, and the global total to 721.7 million.
Andrew Curtis says China denied it. Does that mean China denied Ghostbusters?
Yeah, that's
Denied,
a good question. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, Dory's still doing it well overseas. All right, so getting ready for next week with Star Trek.
Which I'm uber excited about.
Me too.
I already bought my ticket. There you go.
Freaking
I
Star
am finally. Carrie is finally going to see a movie, but I'm seeing it on the Monday.
Oh, so you're not even gonna add to it?
No, I'll see it during the day, so I will be able to talk about it. But no, I will not be adding to the weekend numbers.
That's so
But I
important
bought my
to me.
ticket
I mean,
already.
like,
I was like, I'm coming back from Comic-Con. I'm gonna get it on the Monday after. There we go.
dude,
It's
you are
set.
nerding out. Like,
I am.
it's
I'm all
so
ready
hard
to
this
go.
weekend. You're gonna
I'm
have so
not
much
mad
fun.
at it. I'm not mad at it.
No.
And then
They banned Ghostbusters in China.
Interesting,
I
thank
didn't
you.
read this. That seems crazy
Yeah.
to me. Like, I should
Interesting.
have seen this
I
on
wonder why.
Twitter or something.
Yeah. All right, so with Star Trek coming out next week, and we're going to do the top 5 Chris Pine box office movies. We got Star Trek #1, the first one of the reboot. And that one is, sorry, the print out on this is a little blurry. We got 257, 730, and 19 million for the lifetime gross. Opening weekend was 75 million. We're just
Yeah.
gonna round
Nice.
up and round down, guys. Makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Paranormal, they banned it. Okay, well that makes it interesting. Also, every country has different kind of ghost lore, so
Interesting.
that could be part of it as well.
It's so funny because, like, who would take Ghostbusters seriously? No. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, Star Trek opening weekend of 75. That's pretty good. Looking at what the opening weekend was for like Ghostbusters and some of the other ones, like. Yep, Star Trek definitely came in pretty well. But that one also, built-in franchise.
Oh, yeah.
It's a reboot. Now, see, that was an example of a really good reboot because
Yeah.
they're
Done
not
so
going,
well.
hey, we're not, copying it. We are making it, and it's an alternate universe, so no rules, in a way. Like, they set up their rule, and then it's, like, good.
Yeah.
I think
It
I've
worked.
seen the 2009 Star Trek,
Yeah.
like something like 10 times at this point. Like, it's one of the ones,
It's
it's
really
a go-to
good.
for me at this point. Like, I think they just did like such a good job with that movie. It was
And
so
really
much
good
fun.
casting.
Yeah.
Amazing casting. Zachary Quinto.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Casting.
He looks so much like Leonard. Like, everyone remember it was like, he looks so much like Leonard Nimoy.
They did a great job. And then coming in #2, we got the second one, Star Trek Into Darkness, and that one lifetime gross is 776 million, and their opening weekend was 70 million, so it's a little bit down from the first one.
People were so mad about that movie, though.
Well, because technically it's a character that's Khan and he's white
I mean,
and British, but if we're gonna pull the race card of film stuff, that was a gripe that a lot of people made, that they're like, well, technically that character is not a white character, but it's a British actor, but oh
Who
well.
was the actor?
Benedict
Benedict.
Cumberbatch.
Oh, that's right.
Which I do really like him, and I don't have an attachment to the previous film, Wrath of Khan, but I understand the argument, but it's not an argument that bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really bother me
wouldn't
anyway
change
because
me from
I
going
like
to
the
see it.
actor.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's huge in Star Trek
understand.
lore. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like, what?
Yeah. So,
Just one of the many.
Yeah.
yep. Star Trek on Monday. Yep. We'll both be in theaters on that day. All right, and
You guys should go together. Ryan, where do you live?
our show can air anywhere, it's like, who knows? All right, #3 is Into the Woods at 128 million. Lifetime and opening weekend only 31. But it is a musical, so that is a very different kind of audience.
Yeah.
Though he is a very handsome prince
He's
in
had
it.
kind of a funny little career, Chris Pine. He's kind of been a little bit here, a little bit
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And Into
all
the
over.
Woods has a built-in audience of fans of it, but then again, a lot of times when you take a play and put it in a movie, it can be really hit or miss.
Like,
because some things do not translate.
Lemes.
I hated this movie so much.
You hated Into the Woods?
Into the
Why?
Woods was terrible, and I love musicals. I
just love James Corden.
There was a lot of things I didn't like about it, but when I discussed the play with friends that are like major theater aficionados, I liked it a little bit more / understood it better. I didn't understand why
Yeah.
people loved. The problem with me is I saw the film and then I'm like, why do people love this play? And then my friends were like, no, this is different, this is different, this is different. And I'm like, oh, okay.
And also, like,
Gotcha.
when you're watching a play, because it's like Sondheim and this music is like so incredibly intricate and hard and
Oh,
like
yeah.
really, really just like so
You're more impressed by the vocals
crafted.
live.
You're gonna be more impressed because like
Yeah.
the staying power to have to sing, like it's one of those shows that it's just like all singing. Like there's hardly any like just like talking in the show and the the musical at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like you go see a play for a different reason than you see a movie.
That's I was gonna say that's like a good, not a based on a play, but is a musical that's really cool and really weird and really was hit and miss with some people. Is Repo the Genetic Opera. That one you can count how many times they talk in about 2 hands or less.
Really?
That is all singing, but it is so awesome. It's a rock opera, and it is one of those that like either people love it or they hate it.
Yeah, but
because
I mean,
it's
you
weird.
go to the theater for that though.
It's in the trailer that
know
they're
what I
singing
mean?
the whole time. So
Yeah,
it's like.
I've been talking to my friends a lot lately about trying to separate like our media, you know, from like the content from like, you know, it's kind of desired or meant for platform because my friends are like getting mad about Preacher and I'm just like, no, but I really like Preacher. So it's like, let's look at it as a show. Like stop trying to, you know, tear it off the page and put it on. Let's just like try and separate it a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
All right, and then last 2 here, we got Rise of the Guardians animated film at 103 million. Lifetime opening weekend was only 23, but that was a really cool one. But that one was a sleeper one for me that I didn't see it till way later.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's really good. And Jack Frost is extremely popular cosplay, so Chris Pine's character was a favorite by fans, I would say.
Because I have no idea what this movie is.
It's really cool.
Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, it's all the seasonal.
Owls, right?
Huh?
No. That's Guardians of Gahul. And they changed that one. That one's Rise of the Guardians. But no. Rise of the Guardians, this one is the one where it's all the seasonal people representing, like Jack Frost for winter with
okay,
Santa
that's what I'm talking
Claus,
about.
which yes, it's very similar. And I read Guardians of
I remember
Gahul,
the
so that
previews for
book
that.
series. I was like, wait a minute. But yes, they did kind of the same name, so it's a dumb idea. But no, this is the one where Chris Pine is Jack Frost.
Is it?
And-
But it's a cartoon. I mean,
It's
animated.
computer
Yeah.
animated,
Yeah.
yes. And rounding off number 5, we have Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. Opening weekend, I actually cannot tell. I want to say that's like 95.
Looks like
no,
95.
It looks like
Lifetime
95.
95, and opening weekend was only 22.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, this came on TV the other day, and I'm not gonna lie,
And then
I watched it.
Princess Diaries, I saw the second one. I liked it. Princess Diaries, they're just
just
fun,
remind me
feel
of,
good
like,
movies.
Bridget Jones' Diary.
But this is what I
and
liked
stuff
Anne
like that.
Hathaway because Anne Hathaway is the best, like in this or in Devil Wears Prada when she's like just getting
To
shit
me,
on
that
like
was
the
her
whole
best
movie.
movie.
Like you just like want to see like I don't know, you just want to see her like a little
Yes.
a little less put together.
Thank you, Hugh, in the chat. No, wait, sorry. GCOLBYP. Sorry, I don't know how you pronounce that. But Rise of the Guardians, the holiday version of the Avengers. Yes, I like that. It's a good description. All right,
It's
guys.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh great, I'll go watch it.
it is. It was a good movie. Good
I
one
gotta
for
finish
kids.
Stranger Things first, and then maybe we'll see.
All right, and then real quick, I gotta tell you guys about Blue Apron. Have you guys heard about Blue Apron before?
Tell us.
Hey, I've used it, babe.
Food. We're going to talk about food. So, Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. And Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs. So, just so you guys know, Blue Apron has established partners with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States. And as a result, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. Hey, that's cool. I was just at the aquarium. Yes, they really promote sustainable fishing. And Blue Apron can be delivered to 99% of the continental U.S. and 99.5 delivered to 90% continental U.S. And Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for a recipe, and they're reducing food waste. Because, how many times have you thrown stuff away because you
Yep.
had too much?
They
All
give
the
you
time.
exactly what you need.
Yes. And you can spend a lot of money eating out or high-end grocery chains, and now you can spend under $10 per person for a healthy and delicious meal.
It comes right to your door.
It's
I
very
like
convenient.
that idea.
So here's some of the
hate
yummy
grocery
food
stores.
ones. Okay, so for the vegetarians, we got a summer vegetable pizza with garlic lemon broccolini. And we got some spiced pork tacos with avocado, pickled onion, and Elliot style corn. And so not all ingredients are, created equal, but fresh ingredients, high quality ingredients taste better, and they're just better for you. So it's nice to know where your food comes from.
Yeah.
I don't know how much shopping you guys do and do stuff in the kitchen. So yeah, I love cooking, and so
I just hate going to the grocery store.
it just takes up so much time, and it's just so convenient to have it and all the ingredients set up
Yep.
for
And
you.
it's really good. And,
Yes.
and you try stuff that you wouldn't normally think to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so Blue Apron knows that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you can make incredible meals. So they set the highest standards for their community of artisanal suppliers, family-run farms, fisheries, and ranchers. Whether it's Japanese noodle ramens or wild-caught Alaskan salmon or heirloom tomatoes, Blue Apron is bringing you the best. All right, guys, so if you are interested in food to your door, amazing ingredients, check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals completely free and with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/box office. Again, that is blueapron.com/box office because we're giving this to you. We're helping you guys get hooked up with some good food. So, there you go. Get the food so then you can watch the movies at home and then also see them in theaters as well. And then you'll love how good it feels and tastes and create incredible home meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. And that's blueapron.com/box office. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
I want my free meals.
I know, right? And who doesn't like free? We've talked about
like
free food. You know, there are free movie stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. All right, so coming
Just don't steal.
That's not exactly free, sort of.
I did just watch The Purge for the first time this week, though.
You did? You finally saw Purge?
The first one or the newest one?
I actually watched Purge Middle Anarchy. I never saw the first one. Maybe I did see the first one. I don't remember.
So you watched 2?
Uh-huh.
I just saw 3.
Yeah?
Yep.
I loved it.
Did you?
I thought it was way more than just like cool stuff on the TV. It had a really good plot, and the story was great, and they definitely set up for a 4th.
Gotcha.
But of course.
That is not the precursor that I thought it would be. Like, the next one's going to be like, well, why they started The Purge. It's going to be a 4, and then 5 will probably be like, why they started The Purge.
Nice.
Oh, like a prequel.
Right. Who is excited for next weekend? So next weekend coming out, and we're going to do our predictions. So next weekend, we have Ice Age Collision Course, Lights Out, the next horror movie, or another horror movie, Star Trek Beyond, and Absolutely Fabulous, the movie. So quick notes before we get to our predictions.
I want to see all of these, except Ice Age.
Star Trek Into Darkness opened May 2013 with 70.1 million, and Star Trek, like we said, opened in May of 2009 with 75.2. So Star Trek is probably going to get some big numbers. And then Ice Age Continental Drift opened in 2012 with 46.6 million. But that one has been making a lot of Ice Ages. They've been having lots of billboards and posters.
The last Ice Age was 2012?
Apparently. Continental, well, one of these. This is Continental Drift.
Oh,
There's a few.
I was like, that seems like kind of a long time.
Yeah. Animated movies take a little while, though.
That's true.
All right. So we're going to do Price is Right. Let's do it for Star Trek, since that seems... I'm thinking that's going to be the big one. So,
are we... Okay, we're doing... Okay, cool.
Let's do numbers for Star Trek first, and then we'll go into what order we think our top 5, the box office will be for next weekend.
Okay.
Who is ready with their number guess?
Me.
Richie is so excited. He's like, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I love not
I
going
always
first.
get this epiphany, like this number
Okay.
just pops
Okay.
up into my head, and it's 65.
65.
So
All
we
right.
had 75 for the first Star Trek, 70 for the second Star Trek, 65.
You see the logic
It's
behind
like
my
going
guess.
down
Okay.
increments of
Okay.
5.
Yep.
Quinn, you have a guess?
I say we're gonna match our sequel here. We're gonna go 70.
All right, we got you at 70. Ooh, so should I go between you guys?
We're going really high.
Pull
That's what Frank would do.
Pull Frank and
No,
just go
I just
all out.
with current events with that one and one of the actors having an untimely demise, I think there is more awareness for this movie. You guys heard about that, right?
Anton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's a recall in those cars.
Yeah, I saw that on the Jeep, right?
Yep. Anyway, let's go. So second was 70. I'm gonna go 68.
I thought you were gonna say 69 and we could all laugh and giggle.
I was thinking, I'm like, if I say that, everybody's gonna giggle, ha ha. But I'll go 68, just to be right in a healthy middle there. So we will find out, guys. Tweet at us. Make sure to hashtag box office, or make sure to leave a comment down below on YouTube. Let us know your thoughts on what Star Trek will make for next weekend. And you could include top box office numbers for the top 5 as well. Just right now we're doing more the Price is Right thing with 1. So now let's get into what will be the top 5 for next weekend. Ooh, we got some big guesses.
80, you guys.
Woo!
85.
73. Oh man, we got some hopefuls. All right, guys, we will find out
guys
for
got
next
some
weekend.
cojones.
Yes. All right, who is ready with their top 5?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, obviously Star Trek Beyond.
Yep.
Number 2, Ice Age.
Okay.
Number 3, The Secret Life of Pets.
Okay.
4, Ghostbusters. And 5 is Lights Out, which I really want to see.
Okay. Do you need a second? Or?
No, I'm so upset that mine is exactly the same as Richie's.
Hey, that's not bad.
No, I know, but like,
It's
where's
not-
the
it
fun?
doesn't
Where's
have to
the
be
fun in
different.
agreeing? So boring. Yeah, I have the exact same list.
Okay. Number 1, I'm going to go with Star Trek as well, for sure. I'm going to go number 2 is Secret Life of Pets. Ice Age.
Carrie's really good at devil's advocate though. So.
I'm going to be
love
devil's advocate. Okay, so wait, I said Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek is 1. So, guys, some of these we plan ahead, and sometimes it's fun on the fly. So
why
yeah,
we
Pets,
print out paper.
Yes, Pets is number 2. Number 3, who is going to hold on to that spot? Will Ghostbusters hang on there? Oh, fine. Let's go Ghostbusters for 3.
Wow.
Lights Out for 4. And Ice Age for 5.
What?
You know, just because, like, again, Ice Age has had too many of them.
Yeah.
That either people are over it, but then you could argue that people really want to go see it because they've seen like a bunch of them.
I just think we're gonna have I think it's gonna be a tight race between Secret Life of Pets and Ice Age.
And Lights Out has been doing their campaign of advertising for a while now.
Yeah. They've been
so-
doing it
Sure
for quite a while.
I can't believe it's coming out now. I feel like I saw previews for this.
Yeah, that one
months
they
ago.
had lots of stuff.
But it looks so good.
Yep. So yeah, thank you guys for leaving comments in the chat right now of
Jamie
your
Hubert says,
guesses.
I think Ice Age will probably come in 4th because no one cares about these movies anymore.
Right. Well, I said 5, so we'll find out, Jamie.
You're underestimating how much little kids just like stuff.
Yeah, they're just going to be ready to see the newest. It is true. I was wondering if I should put it higher just because it's a new one, but I do think it's not a novelty anymore in terms of like, ooh, a new one.
Yeah.
Because Secret Life of Pets was new animated movie, no prequels of no remakes, and let's go with the kids.
Yeah, it's a new story. It's new characters. Totally.
And horror movies going at number 4 for Lights Out. Horror movies often do well because people
Shallows
like
obviously did pretty well.
People like their horror movies.
It actually
Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good.
And
So good.
I have too much of a wiener. I can't go to the. I gotta stay at home like with the lights on and like watch during the day. I can't.
go to a matinee.
That's what I gotta do. No, but the theater's too dark.
Oh my god.
There you go. We got Star Trek Might Do Better is because it's already going to get reviews. That's a good question.
That
Now,
excites me.
how much do reviews / personal like news around you of people saying if they like the film or not affect you going to it before it's even come out? Because yes, we know some people who go before it comes out, or there's premieres, or there's just people talking about it. Does that affect if you go or not?
I think hype is
Leave a
contagious.
comment. Let
I
us
think
know.
hype is contagious. You know, when like people around you are getting excited for something, you're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And then, yes, it's going to have their premiere at Comic-Con, so that will definitely be a big
They're
push. The
doing
nerds
all
are going to be
kinds
excited.
Of premieres. There's one with like an orchestra, like they're doing in Hollywood, I think.
For Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, like the
I was thinking of like at Comic-Con they did an
something like that.
orchestra thing
Something
too.
like that.
But
the LA
yeah.
is it the LA Phil?
I think so. I could
Fun.
be wrong. If I'm wrong, lash out
would
at me.
so go
But
see
I
that.
feel like I've seen like
Yes, good point. Thank you,
Ads for that.
Ryan, which is sad but true. Yeah, films pull in some numbers after one of the main actors dies. Sadly, which is true, but it's bringing attention to it because maybe you weren't thinking so much about the film, and then sadly someone passes away, and then maybe it's more on your mind.
Yeah.
And he was such a talented actor and seemed like a really nice guy. That is just
Yeah.
Did
like
you guys ever see Like Crazy?
no, but I
If you
saw
want a
his,
nice tribute to Anton Yelchin, watch Like Crazy. It's a fantastic movie, and he is so wonderful in it.
Yeah. Well, also more on the quirky side is Odd Thomas. He's the lead guy in that one.
And Charlie Bartlett.
Yeah. There you go. So, all right. So
I
we've.
got a question.
Yeah.
So, this premiere at Comic-Con of Star Trek, do you think that could really shoot themselves in the foot if fans don't like it? Because then it's like you're going to your corest of core nerd fans.
Yeah, but I think again, people are going to be sensitive.
Everything, and if they don't like it, they're all going to be at Comic-Con tweeting and using social media to let everyone know how much they hated it, which could ruin opening weekend numbers.
I think they're gonna like
because
it, though.
sometimes bad press is still good press because it's news. And then people maybe want to go and go, wait,
Swift,
why
she
is it
knows.
not good? You know.
So Taylor Swift knows all about that.
Yeah. More current event stuff. Yeah, that one I saw on my Facebook.
She's like, as long as my names are on their lips, I don't care what they're saying. Honestly, props to you, Taylor. You're bold.
All right, guys. So yeah, comments down below on YouTube. What are your predictions of the top 5 for next week? You may include the numbers as well. Tweet at us as well, because we love hearing your predictions of what films are going to make what for the weekend. What order are they going to be in? Mm-hmm. And yeah, so let's go down the line. Where can people find you online? And if you're on any other shows right now?
You can stalk me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye, and I'm also hosting Braxton Family Values on Thursday nights at I think it's 9 p.m.
You guys can catch me on Hulu, on Casual on Hulu. You know that show, Casual on Hulu. I'm doing that tomorrow night, so tune in. It's gonna be really, really fun. And you can find me on Twitter at Quinn Scillian. You can find me on Instagram at Quinstagram, and you can add me on Snapchat at QuapChat.
Awesome. And my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari B Lane. That's Karidlane. And I will be at Comic-Con, so follow me if you're not going to otherwise do, because I'll probably be posting photos and tweeting about it.
But live vicariously through you.
Yes, you live vicariously through me. I'm sitting in here as lead host for Frank, who will be back next week. And other shows, you can find me Tuesday nights on Dead of Summer and Wednesday with Vikings. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow AfterBuzz, Popcorn Talk, all the great sites where we talk about social media, all the films, and all that kind of stuff you guys love to talk about. Movies and box office. Thumbs up on YouTube. There we go. I'm like 5 stars on iTunes. And again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.